Okay, so thank you for being on my channel today. Could you tell me your names and where you're from?
My name is Bella. I'm from Australia, Melbourne.
I'm Avigdor from London.
Okay. And what brings you to Japan or Tokyo today?
We're just on a holiday here, so yeah, we just planned it last minute and went for it, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Japan's got a nice culture. I wanted to explore it a bit of Asia. It's nice.
Yeah. Is this your first time in Japan?
Yeah, both of ours.
Yeah.
Okay. And why, like, of all the places in Asia that you could have gone, like, why Japan?
Japan has a rich, like, tech culture. A lot of their food's pretty nice as well. It's quite a modern city. They have very different ways. I was speaking to someone that described it as the only place on earth that's like an alternate reality sort of thing.
Okay, yeah.
So far it lives up to that sort of...
Yeah, yeah. So what is something that you've seen that is perhaps like a little bit alternative reality, like something a bit strange or like surprising that struck you about your time in Japan?
Is it the fashion is different?
Okay.
It's really interesting to see the Harajuku like fashion and like the schoolgirl preppy, and also just the politeness of everyone. Like when they can like stand there waving all day at people. When we went to Disney Sea, like their job is like they're standing there all day greeting people. So it's very sweet.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think everything, for example, all the advertising is oriented around anime characters, which is certainly quite different. Everything is anime related.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, especially from cultures that like anime doesn't really exist, or if it does, it's only for kids.
I think most like of maybe our culture, it's more like clean. It's really like black and white, simple advertisements. Whereas here, it's like funky and interesting. Like we haven't seen that before. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. You mentioned briefly about the food. How is your take on Japanese food, and what is some of the things that you've tried, perhaps for the first time?
Oh, we tried toro, like the tuna belly for the first time, and it's so nice with pickles. Yeah.
Ooh, with pickles?
Yeah, they put like daikon pickles with toro, and it's amazing. I've never had that before.
Oh,
yeah.
Me too, actually. I'm going to have to try that one.
Yeah, I mean, I've pretty much had sushi day and night and a bit of miso soup. That was quite nice.
Yeah.
That was my first time trying it. I'm not used to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you try any new toppings on the sushi? Because I think the variety here is quite different.
I'm not as adventurous as Bella, but have you?
I think maybe some interesting fish choices. I couldn't tell what it was. Like I've never tried it before, but it was good. Yeah, and their egg toppings are different. Like they've got all these different types, which is nice. Yeah.
Yeah, the topic of eggs. Japan is a culture where raw eggs are like completely safe and okay, and people really enjoy them. As an adventurous foodie.
Yeah, I mean the most raw, like we have it like 60-degree egg, or what's it called? I'm not sure, but it's like partly cooked, not fully cooked through, and then you mix it with rice. That's probably the furthest I would go. Or like when you mix it in when you're cooking, like something like soups and...
I see, yeah.
I don't know if I'll have just like straight raw egg. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
There's also omurice, which we haven't tried yet, but it looks phenomenal. I've seen a lot of Instagram pages that have posted about it over the last year, so I think we're on our way to try that today, hopefully.
Nice. How do you know where to go in Tokyo?
It's honestly from social media. You just look at the right pages, and then they tell you roughly where to go, which area it's in, and then Google Maps does the trick. You just follow from then on.
Yeah, no, we've just been like Instagram searching everything, and then we just follow all these pages, so we just plan the day like where we want to go out of those places. Yeah.
Nice. Are you like really into a certain thing? Like for me, I'm really into dessert, so I'll like travel to the other side of Tokyo just to eat like a certain mochi or something. Is there anything that's kind of driving your itinerary in Tokyo?
Well, I guess there's food everywhere here, so we're kind of just like going to all these places and trying a bit of everything. We're not, I mean, we might go try like that ice cream place that we looked up,
Oh yeah.
but as in we're enjoying just trying all these new things, because there's all these desserts everywhere. They're amazing.
I know.
Yeah.
I have a bit more of a sweet tooth, so I guess the sweet stuff guides me, but I'm still open to trying a lot of it. So we walk around, we see something that looks good, we hop in.
Yeah,
if it's good, it's good. If it's not, well, at least we tried it. That's
it's all been good though. So yeah.
Right. Yeah. It's kind of a dangerous place to live.
Yeah.
And how about anything like not so great that you've seen here or experienced? Is there any sort of like downside to your time in Japan?
I feel like there's a lot about the culture that makes you feel like when you're walking around, you're doing something illegal. So people don't eat on the streets here, for example. Or I don't know, like on the train there's no talking. Not that I talk much on the train anyways, but you know, everyone's got their head down on their phone. So there's certain things that I feel like you need to be a bit cautious of, maybe just to fit in with the culture so that you don't make too much of a scene.
Yeah.
If it's a downside, I don't know, it's just something we're not used to, I guess.
Okay, yeah, that's great.
Yeah. The courtesy in some things is different. Like if you're on a train, people don't really give up the seat for like an older person, which is so like rare to see from coming from Australia. Like everyone's like, oh yeah, like everyone will get up. But no, I guess there's more people here, so maybe that's why it's slightly different culture around it. Yeah. But no, we even noticed like there's no like benches to sit, there's no bins, so like they discourage like people eating outside, I think. Yeah. But it's interesting, as in it's all part of the experience. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So overall, on a scale of 1 to 10, how was your experience in Japan?
So far, it's like an 11 out of 10.
Oh, good.
Yeah, no, we're loving it.
Yeah, I've really loved it as well. There's a lot to do here. We've only been here for about 5 days as well, but there's a lot to do here, and I'd say it's up there. Probably close to a 9 or a 10 or yeah.
Good. All right. Well, enjoy the rest of your time here, and thanks so much for being on the channel today.
Thank you.
That was really nice. Yeah. Okay, so thank you for your time today. Could you tell me your name and where you're visiting from?
I'm Bogdan from Romania.
Okay, lovely. And what brings you to Japan?
I'm here with my family visiting Japan first time, and yeah, we enjoyed the time spent here.
Good. What was the reason that you chose to come to Japan of all the countries that you could have visited?
It was in our bucket list, I mean, for a very long time, and now actually we find the proper moment, I mean, to book for a vacation here, and that's yeah, absolutely fine for us.
Yeah, lovely.
Thank you.
Are you going to stay in Tokyo, or are you traveling around to different locations in Japan?
Actually, tomorrow we'll go to Fukuoka. We have some friends, I mean, competing there. There is a master championship swimming, something like this, starting from tomorrow. So yeah, we've been here, I mean, since Monday. We arrived on Monday, and yeah, tomorrow we'll go to Fukuoka.
Yeah. Lovely. Okay. Have you experienced anything here in Japan that you've seen for the first time? Something like surprising or amazing? Something that struck you?
Yes, indeed. I mean, first of all, I mean, the cultural differences are quite obvious here. I mean, people are extremely respectful, and they are paying attention to many things, rules especially, which is not very common, I mean, in Europe. But yeah, it's a different culture, different people. Yeah, I really like them, and so yeah. They know that we are tourists here, but also they are respecting us. Also, we are paying also respect to them.
Yeah, lovely. Yeah, it's a world of respect here, isn't it?
Exactly. I mean, and this is one thing. The second thing is the food. The Japanese cuisine is just special. If you are not used to it, I mean, it's quite difficult. I mean, to cope with all the challenges. But yeah, I'm not necessarily a fan of this cuisine, but yeah, I try to enjoy it. Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Okay. What is it it's kind of like a difficult thing or very different to your culture's food? Like, what is a struggle point? For example, like certain dishes or the way it's served?
Not necessarily the way it's served, but the dishes in general. There are, I mean, rice, fish, this type of sushi thing, which I'm not very much into them. But yeah, I know that we have Japanese restaurants all over Europe. But here there is a different thing. I mean, I've noticed that even the way that they are cooking, it's a bit different, and I mean, more traditional. And yeah, as I said, if you are not used to it, I mean, it will be. I mean, it's quite difficult. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it does take getting used to, doesn't it?
Exactly.
Have you tried anything for the first time in Japan that you were like, oh, actually, this is quite nice?
No, but I have. I mean, in my plan is actually to visit a restaurant to have Kobe beef, if it's possible. Yeah. It's also on our list to go to the fish market and maybe we'll have some fish there. I mean, yeah, we'll buy from there and also they will cook on the spot. So these are the things that I would like to actually try during the next days.
Yeah. Enjoy the Kobe beef. I'm sure you won't be disappointed. And thank you for your time and have a lovely holiday.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Thank you. That was lovely. Yeah.